Okay, we're here with my mother, Catherine Dunn, and I wanted my mother to describe how she acquired this piano in years past and how she acquired the piano in years almost present. And her life as it relates to this piano. So you began piano lessons at the age of
7, I think.
7. Okay. And when did you ask your father for a piano at your house?
Well, it happened like this. I was taking from a teacher at the Fort Worth Conservatory of Music, and at home I had the little upright, lightweight, old piano that Mother had when she was a girl.
Okay.
That's all I had to practice on.
I see.
And after a few years of taking at the conservatory, my teacher told my mother, maybe Dad was there too, said if this girl had a decent piano to practice on, she could do a lot more. And so Mother or Daddy or both said, well, what kind of piano should we get her? They said, get this girl a Steinway. And they did. We're talking, I don't know how many thousands back in those days. But they did. And not only a basic Steinway, but this is a medium size. It's not even small or it's not baby.
Uh-huh.
It's medium.
Uh-huh.
Model M.
Model M.
1949, I think they bought it.
Huh.
Oh, good. You got some cards.
Somebody else joining.
And I had it in the Meadowbrook house as I was in late junior high and through high school. And I took 1 year at TCU, Texas Christian University, with Miss Tillett as my teacher. Probably the one that told Mother and Daddy to get a Steinway. And where was I leading? I was going somewhere with that.
So you were how old when your parents bought you this piano?
I think it was 1949, and I was born in
49.
36. I guess I was 13.
Okay. So 13 years old.
And had been taking lessons since I was 7.
Uh-huh.
And I'm forever grateful the teacher mentioned it to my parents because it's a world of difference. With a lightweight piano, how can you play the melody note louder than the accompaniment notes?
Yeah.
Of course, how can you anyway until you practice?
Right.
But on a good piano.
Cool. So you got this piano when you were 13. You practiced and played this through junior high, high school, and into TCU.
Yeah.
Because you lived at home when you attended TCU, is that correct?
No, I lived
you
in the
didn't?
dorm. My
Oh,
parents
okay.
wanted me to experience living in the dorm.
Okay. Well, I know you talked about practicing or performing in a conservatory and spending many hours there in the conservatory. So this piano was at home, and then, well, eventually you met some whippersnapper from Indiana.
Not quite a whippersnapper. Tall, handsome, happy-looking man.
Yeah,
He was always smiling.
Dad was in
Still
the Air
is.
Force. Dad was in the Air Force, stationed in Fort Worth, and you met. And so then you married, and then a little while later, so you married in Fort Worth while you were living in Fort Worth, right?
Right.
So where did you live in Fort Worth after you were married?
Some cheap little apartment.
Okay. How long were you there before you were transferred to Hollywood, North Hollywood, or was there another transfer before then?
I don't.
That's fine. I
We
guess,
had some training on the California coast. It could have been Hollywood.
yeah. I guess my point is that you got married, life happened, you got transferred, and you began life with your family. You bought a piano eventually for yourself. When did you buy your first piano after you got married? Was it in Florida or?
we were given the old piano that Mother had when she was
okay.
a kid.
So
an
you still have
upright.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I had that. We moved it to Florida with us,
Okay. And then.
and then we moved it out here.
Okay,
with
so
us.
that was the piano in the truck that we.
Yeah, yeah. You may remember
Step-side
that one.
truck that I remember Dad working on in the back
Yeah,
yard of that rental house.
the black upright piano that played so easily you
Okay.
couldn't do much with it.
I see.
And it had its finish was all crinkly. It's supposed to be smooth, but it was crinkly. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Moisture or something.
I might remember something like that. But so then so we moved to Mesa, and while we were in Mesa, you got a different piano, right?
I started teaching piano lessons there. The babies were old enough that I could concentrate for an hour or two.
Uh-huh.
And with my teaching money, I wanted to buy a better piano.
Right.
So we looked, and I bought a used Grand,
Okay.
because I knew this was sitting at home, and I knew my parents bought it for me, but Mother played it too, and Betty Ann played it this much,
Uh-huh.
and Linda probably played it when she came home, somewhat. She was voice.
Right.
She was a singer,
A vocal
but
artist.
she
Uh-huh.
played the piano some,
Uh-huh.
quite a bit. So I never did ask for this,
Uh-huh.
although I wanted it very much,
Right.
but I didn't dare. Let's see, what started it? Oh, Linda got married, moved away. Betty Ann never played it. Daddy died. Mother remarried in about a year, and she moved away. So there it sat in the old house, unused. Although my sister that still lived there loved to have it in the living room.
Uh-huh.
But I think it was before Mother died that I kind of petitioned to see if I could have it. And of course my parents were in favor, my mother was in favor of that, Daddy was gone by then. And but neither one of us knew how to take it away from Betty Ann, moved it from its spot.
Mm-hmm.
And Mother married and moved away before or after this that I'm talking about. So it's left with Betty Ann, and she knew the first line or two of Claire de Lune, and she'd sit down and play that, but not very often. We're talking months between plays, I think.
Yeah.
I wrote her a letter. I think I may still have a copy of that, of how much I would appreciate having the Steinway, and it was bought for me.
Yeah.
I put it as a middle child, which I am,
Uh-huh.
and tried to be as pleasant as I could. And she says, well, okay. So I went to Fort Worth. I hired the same guys that move Van Cliburn's pianos. He's from Fort Worth or Dallas.
Okay.
And I needed someone I could trust on the road between here and there, and it was winter time.
Oh.
And so I flew there for when they were going to be there, and they packed it up and rolled it into a trailer on the back of a pickup truck.
Oh.
I'm thinking,
Really? Oh.
they move Van Cliburt's pianos that way? Probably. Anyway, and then it was raining, snowing, raining on the way back. I drove back to, no, did I drive? I must have flown. I don't know. But anyway, I got back home before they got here. And when they pulled up, and on the day they said they would, I was very pleased. They rolled it in and set it up and tuned it. And
Huh. Wow. On a trailer. That's amazing.
yes, on a trailer.
I would not have thought.
Van Cliburn's pianos travel that way.
Huh.
They had 3 pianos in that trailer bringing them west.
Wow. Interesting.
But I did some research first, knowing who to ask.
Yeah. Well, They
I
delivered?
didn't know it was going to be a trailer through the snow and the rain.
And it arrived in good shape?
Yeah,
no,
it was fine.
Weather damage? No.
No weather damage.
Was it a covered trailer?
Yes, a
Okay.
closed door in the back, like a horse trailer almost.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't open to the elements?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
they couldn't.
Okay.
They wouldn't do
I
that.
envisioned an open,
That's what I saw,
Oh,
like
no.
a
an open
landscaping
trailer with a tarp over it.
No, it was closed in,
Okay.
but it's bound to have frozen on the way here.
Yeah.
But
So you got
got
it.
over
You
it.
had the workings refurbished, and
I
here we
did.
are.
I spent some money on getting the new hammers because the old felts were pretty old and
Oh,
hard,
Uh-huh.
and new strings.
But the ivories and the
Ivories
black
are the
keys,
same.
these are the same ones you tickled back in 1949.
Original,
right?
yes, original.
Very cool. Well, yeah, I've shared that story with a lot of people, and I thought it would be good to have it on video for posterity.
Yeah. Now I didn't pay Betty Ann for the piano.
Yeah.
It was Mother's piano, and it was bought for me.
Uh-huh.
But I'm trying to think. There was. I made it fair somehow. Actually, more than fair.
Uh-huh.
Can't remember. Anyway, I tried to be kind about it.
Yeah.
But I was the one that kept piano lessons going.
Right. Right.
Betty Ann quit after about a year.
Yeah. I mean, it is only right that you have this piano right now. I
And
would
my
say.
younger sister specialized in voice. And so she took her instrument everywhere she goes.
Yep. Huh. Well, very good. Well, thank you. I'm glad we had this time to record this.
Yep. That I can go very far in it.
That's fine.
I learned it as a senior in high school, I think. Cacciatorian staccato. It's a flashy show-off piece, not quite as hard as it sounds compared to other things that sound easy and are hard. And I can't even play that first chord. I can't bring it up. It's lost in here.
Are they around? Is the music here? Or?
It's here somewhere.
Yeah, because we want to keep hearing Clear to Live.